it's such a wide range, and it's difficult. It's difficult to measure success because ultimately what they're looking to do is grow their business, which means more money needs to come in the door for them, right? At some point. And what we do in our process to identify that, it actually happens even before they jump on board with us. So we really customize. We have very customizable packages for any type of business, from solopreneurs to enterprise. So we're really trying to identify their goals in the beginning. So maybe how many sales appointments do they need on their calendar in order to convert a certain amount of deals, so that equals revenue that can afford, the cost of a marketing service. And so we go through that practice with them even before they've engaged with us. So when they do choose, it's a little bit set up so that our guesstimate is that this amount will convert, right? And we try to under project and overperform there. So that's one way that we set them up for success. The other is kind of a belief and philosophy in one of our models for our pricing. And the belief is, I believe, and whether I'm wrong or right for this, I don't know, but I truly do see this, that I believe cold calling can work 100% of the time if two boxes are checked. And one is it a product or service that is relevant or people want or need? Okay. Mm-hmm. Number two is, do people pick up the phone in that industry? And there's some that are not. And I, have to admit that sometimes cold calling does not work. An example is like black and white TVs are just not around. I don't care if you have Grant Cardone calling like Best Buy's, purchasing department. No one's going to be buying that, So it's like so irrelevant and outdated that it's just obscure and more of a collectible. On the other end of the spectrum with picking up the phone, one time we had a list someone gave us that had Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and like Richard Branson on it. And like, hey, call these guys to sell our service. And we're just like, okay, but you realize this is going to be impossible. They're like, just do it. You never know what can happen. And sure enough, you literally call the numbers that were provided, and it got to Facebook and it said something like, hi, thanks for calling Facebook. It was an automated message. We do not receive phone calls. Please go to our website for more.
Yep.
So not much I can do there. But there's a happy space. And those are pretty rare, extreme examples, but there's a space in between that kind of says that if people pick up the phone and you have a product or service that's relevant and can help, then it's just a matter of finding those variables that can be a success. And that might take 1 month, that might take 6 months or more, just depending on where you are with knowing that combination of what we call the product relevance, the market, the message, and how well the SDR is trained.